So, first of all, an apology for not having the series preview against the Blue Jays up. It's recorded, forgot to upload it. It's been a heck of a couple of weeks, folks, but I'm super excited that we are starting the Locked On postcast tonight, Monday, May 12th, right after the game. Just go to Locked On Sports on your YouTube page. It'll be right there. We'll go live probably about 5 or 10 minutes after the game at most. We're really excited to get started, and I'd really appreciate you checking it out. There's a link in the description. So, the Mariners, who are coming off a sweep in the bad way against the Toronto Blue Jays, I'm not too concerned about what I saw from that series, to be honest with you. Sunday was concerning, and I'm worried about Bryce Miller, so let's get that. Keep that 100. But I'm not too worried about how they play. They outplayed the Blue Jays for the majority of that series. Sunday not counting. Sunday very, very much not counting. But Friday and Saturday, they were the better team. They lost. It stinks, but it happens. But it is concerning to have that sweep, knowing that the New York Yankees are coming into town. The New York Yankees have a record of 23-17. I'll go over what they've done lately, but first I want to tell you about some of their stats. Whew, they could really hit. One guy in particular can really hit, but they can hit. They are first in baseball in runs with 235. They are third in batting average. They are first in on-base percentage, and they are first in slugging percentage. Folks, they are slugging .481. That is an incredible number, carried by one guy for sure, but that's a really good number. On the pitching side, so-so. ERA of 3.71, 12 quality starts, a whip of 1.20, and a batting average allowed against of 211. That's very good, but they do have some issues sometimes with the free passes. One guy has not had any issues whatsoever, and we'll talk about him in a sec. But let's take a look at what the Yankees have done over their last few series. Again, 23-17, first place in the AL East. They win 2 out of 3 against the Athletics. They won 2 out of 3 against the Padres. They lost 2 out of 3 against Tampa Bay. So they've been playing pretty well. They've won 4 of their last 5. Some offensive explosions in that series. Now, it was in Sacramento, which is worth pointing out, of course. They scored 10 runs, 7 runs, and then 12 runs. So finally, Jason Dominguez with a 3-homer game, pretty infamously. Infamously may not be the right term there. Let's just talk about Aaron Judge, because this is the key to the series. Can you keep Aaron Judge from beating the crap out of you? And a lot of baseball teams have failed at it. A lot have. This guy's putting up a historic season and a historic career. I know a lot of people will point to, but what about the postseason? Shut up. Shut up. He struggled in the postseason. He had to struggle at some point because he is just a mere mortal. Probably. Aaron Judge is probably the best offensive player I've ever seen. He's phenomenal. Phenomenal. And I made this joke on Molly Watt Monday. I wouldn't care one bit if you walked every plate appearance. Make the other people beat you. Now, there are good people in that lineup. There's no question about that too. But Aaron Judge, don't let him beat you. Just don't let Aaron Judge beat you. Manage this game like it's 1984. Shoot, manage it like it's 1974. And just don't let Aaron Judge beat you. But there are some good offensive players here too. Paul Goldschmidt has been an excellent addition for them. 40 games, hitting 349, 898 OPS. Looking like the Goldschmidt of old. Not quite the same power, but certainly the hit tool's still there. Anthony Volpe has been okay. Ben Rice has been a really nice find for them. 260, 368, 569 with 9 homers. Jason Dominguez starting to swing the bat a lot better, as we mentioned, those 3 homers. 792 OPS. Cody Bellinger off and on a little bit there, but 221, 293, 382 isn't abhorrent. Jazz Chisholm hitting 181, but with a 304 on base percentage, 410 slugging percentage. This is a patient team. This is a team that's going to be willing to draw its walk. There's a bunch of guys with anywhere from 15 to 24 walks for Aaron Judge. He's just so freaking good. That team can hit, but to me, the key to this series is keeping Aaron Judge from beating the crap out of you. If you can keep Aaron Judge from hitting the ball over the fence, from hitting those ringing doubles, he's already got 11, 25, 27 extra base hits in 40 games. That's just an absolutely bonkers number and totally sustainable for him, too. Like he's on pace for 56 homers. That wouldn't even be a career high. In fact, that would be his third highest total. Special. Just a special player. And I don't want to hear anything about the postseason. What I want to hear about is simply Seattle, the very best in Seattle sports gear. Awesome stuff for the Mariners, of course, but also the Kraken, the Supersonics, the Seahawks, Huskies. You can find it all at Simply Seattle. Use code MOLLYWOP15, MOLLYWHOP15. It'll save 15% off your order. It's a great deal from great people. Link in the description to make it nice and easy for you. But make sure you enter that code at checkout so you can save 15% off your order. It's already great prices. But why not make it a little bit cheaper? MOLLYWHOP15. Thank you again. Simply Seattle. Okay, so let's take a look at the pitching matchups here. And of course, I had all that time and I didn't have the page up. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. These three games where you're going to see Clark Schmidt against Emerson Hancock, we are going to see Max Fried against Brian Wu, and we're going to see Will Warren take on Luis Castillo. Let's start with the first game. Clark Schmidt's not great, but he's not bad. You take a look at his 4.78 ERA and you think, oh, that's a easy get. That's really based on a couple of bad starts coming off the injured list. He's been really good in the last few. Emerson Hancock has pitched really well. I don't know how much I trust him against this New York lineup. It's going to be tough because a guy who relies on contact as much as he does, facing a team that makes as much hard contact as they do. So you're not so worried about the free passes, although Hancock did have a little bit of command issues in his last start. All three walks that he gave up ended up scoring, but an otherwise solid start for the right-hander. I would give the pitching matchup, I would give the advantage in this pitching matchup to the Yankees. And then the next game, as good as Brian Wu was, now he wasn't great in his last start pitching in that AAA ballpark, but he was able to give you 6 innings at least. It's advantage Yankees just because of how good Max Fried has been. And if for some reason you aren't familiar with Max Fried this year, 8 starts, 6-0 record. I know wins and losses, but how about a 1.05 ERA? How about a 47-11 strikeout to walk ratio? Over 51 2/3 innings, a whip below 1. Max Fried is pitching as well as anybody in baseball, and that's an understatement. Like if you voted on Cy Young right now for some weird reason, Max Fried wins. Max Fried wins in a landslide. And there's some guys who are putting up good years, but not too many of them have a 1.05 ERA or a 6-0 record. And let's be honest, voters can't help but ignore or look at that stuff. I think this is going to be a tough series. I think winning 1 of 3 here would be great. Normally, I'm not okay with losing a series. I'm going to be okay with losing this series, and I'm going to be okay with losing the next series. Now, I want to see them look good doing it, obviously. That's the most obvious point ever. You don't want to see them get shellacked. You don't want to see them get mollywopped. You want to see you enter code mollywop15 is simply, there's 2 ads, stop it. You want to see them be competitive, but it's not that big a deal to lose series to these type of teams. I know that some of you are going to say that's loser talk or whatever. I don't care. It's just my honest feeling. If you can take 2 of 6 over these next 2 series, I think you're doing pretty okay. But boy, it sure would be nice to see a 3-3 week, or wow, 4-2 would be amazing. Unfortunately, that sweep really hurts you. Getting swept really, really, really hurts. And again, obvious point. But boy, and it's frustrating too, because I thought they were the better team on Friday and Saturday, but they didn't win. They didn't win. And, you win 9 series in a row. It's tough to be too hard. Got to avoid sweeps. And they got to avoid sweeps these next 2. And we'll talk about, of course, the series beginning on Friday, if I remember to upload it. Please hit like, please hit subscribe. I really appreciate the support. If you get a chance, please check out the postcast tonight. We're going to be going live again, like 5 or 10 minutes after the game. There is a link to make it nice and easy for you. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm sad I'm not doing it here, but I am very excited to be doing it with my buddy Anders over there. So yeah, should be fun. And if you're not gonna watch, make sure you're going to the games because you get a chance to see Aaron Judge playing. That's pretty cool.